Okay, so I want to show you this AI automation and app that I've made that works for a dedicated inbound telephone number, and it utilizes this spreadsheet for a dynamic AI coach, which is the term that I've given it. And I've built it around a use case for a person with early onset dementia. And all of this information has been de-identified and made up. So none of it's real for privacy reasons. And so basically, what's wonderful about this is that it utilizes voice AI, which is something that older people are much more used to. It's the telephone and conversation. And it utilizes a spreadsheet so that the information is dynamic and can be updated and edited via email, sending the updated information to the spreadsheet. It could, of course, be done as well with a form. So I've started building a Google form so that a loved one can upload the details to this spreadsheet. So basically, how it works is that in this spreadsheet, you can actually have multiple different people with each with their own particular situation, and then it uses a filter, the automation does, to look for the phone number, and then it will utilize the information in each one of these columns. So anything that's in this row will be dynamically accessible within the automation. So let's have a look at the actual assistant. So Reggie is basically an AI that has been built within VAPI, which is a voice AI provider. And I've hooked up a local Melbourne, Australia telephone number utilizing Twilio. So it's a little bit complicated to get the local phone numbers happening because VAPI is a US service. But this assistance is utilizing Anthropic, Claude 3, the low end, smaller model, which is a lot cheaper. And I've got a couple of uh, PDFs in a knowledge base that are helping to guide the conversation. And I've created this prompt, which is specific for this use case. So the primary mission being help the caller continue to find meaning in their life and access information they may forget. So that's the key thing. Then what it does is it utilizes these dynamic variables in the make automation and pulls them into the conversation where required. So you can see here we've got first name, last name, email, job title, personal goals, bio, the last summary of the call, the transcript of the call, any notes that are important. And I have developed this thing called the Third Age Planner, which is a series of questions that helps a person in the later stages of their life plan out things that are important to them. And then also, it's got a little bit about the person and their symptoms of dementia. From there, I've given the AI some instructions on how best practices in life coaching occur. So it follows these, establish goals, build trust and rapport, use powerful questioning, provide constructive feedback, accountability, self-reflection, etc., etc. And then I've added 30 great coaching questions that it can utilize. And then further on here, I have a little bit about 10 ways to communicate verbally with someone with early dementia. And then a little bit about memory aids, which can be delivered conversationally to support these individuals with dementia. So it's a pretty in-depth prompt, but that's what you need for something like this. So the person basically has a phone number. They call in on the phone number. And then this Reggie Dynamic Life Coach inbound automation will receive the information from this webhook, which is connected to VAPI. Throughout this, it's all dynamic. And what it does is it gets to the spreadsheet and it filters by phone number. So it knows the phone number of the incoming call, filters the phone number, and then finds the row information. In this case, row 3 has everything here about Peter. So then once it's got the information, it passes the information all the way along and then utilizes this assistant JSON string to send the information back to VAPI so that it can be utilized within the conversation and the prompt. It's very complicated, all of this. If you want to know more about it, I could do another video, but to keep it simple, that's the process. Then post-call, the end of call report from VAPI, which contains loads of information, including a summary of the call and the transcript and a recording link, or I should say a link to the recording. That's all sent through here. It sleeps and waits a little while for the end of call report to be finished. And it sends an email to the person with early onset dementia. And in that email, it has a timestamp, a summary of the call, and a full transcript in text, and then a link to download the recording if you want to listen to it. Then I parse that information to remove any weird characters that causes Google Sheets to be corrupted, which I spent ages trying to figure that out. So that's a key issue, the corruption of the data that goes in. And then it updates the summary, which is here, the last call summary. It updates that post call so it can be utilized for the next call in. That way, the person has basically access to the previous call information, and the AI also has access to a bit of bio on the person, any important information the person needs to keep up to date about, and a little bit about their interests so that the person can have just a general conversation on a topic that interests them. Then the last automation, so there's a total of 3. This one allows anyone with the webhook email address, which is in here, to email the information they want updated in the personal goals or any other field in the spreadsheet. So a carer can keep things updated, and that way the person who's making the call can easily access it. All right, so I'll give you a little bit of a demo.
Good day to you, Peter. It's Reggie, your life coach. Great to connect with you again.
Hey, how you doing, Reggie? I need some help today because I just cannot for the life of me remember what it was I was supposed to tell the doctor.
Apologies, but it seems there has been a misunderstanding. My name is Reggie, the life coach, and I was speaking with Peter Jones earlier. Let me see if I can help jog your memory about what you need to discuss with the doctor. According to the notes, you have an appointment coming up and you wanted to ask the doctor for a new prescription script. Does that sound familiar? I'm happy to go over any other details you may have forgotten,
No,
like
that's
the
good.
date and time.
That's good. And I'm a bit confused. I can't remember what was my previous career. I'm so confused. I can't remember.
Let me try to help jog your memory, Peter. According to the information I have, you are a retired commercial pilot. Does that sound familiar? I know you've been dealing with some early signs of dementia, so it's understandable you may be having trouble recalling details about your previous career. Let's
Yeah.
take this step by step. What is the last thing you do remember about your work or career before retiring?
Oh, I don't know. I'm not sure, but um, there is something else I'd like to get into, and that is I have some goals that my son told me I need to keep following. Can you remind me what my goals are?
Okay, let me take a look at the notes on your goals. According to the information I have, your current personal goals are continue occupational therapy, complete the garden improvement project, swim once a week, improve your back strength. Does that ring a bell? I'm happy to go over the details of each of these goals and see how you've been progressing on them. Just take your time, no need to rush, one step at a time.
Okay. Yeah. Now, I've got something else I'd really actually, you know what? I prefer to just I feel like I need someone to talk to about something that is really matters to me, and that's nature. Can we ever talk about nature? I was in the garden yesterday and I was planting some seeds, and I thought how amazing it is that all the information and all the nutrients that are required for a seed to grow are in the seed. Is that true? Isn't that amazing? Don't you think?
I'm glad you brought up nature, Peter. It's clear you have a deep passion for it. The fact that all the information and nutrients a seed needs to grow are contained within the seed itself is truly amazing, isn't it? The wonders of nature never cease to amaze. As a retired pilot, I imagine you've had the chance to observe the natural world from a unique vantage point. Why
Hmm.
don't you tell me more about what you love about gardening and the natural signs you've noticed? I'm happy to listen and discuss this topic that clearly matters so much to you.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna have to go now because I'm actually pretty busy. So I'll speak to you later. Thank you. Bye bye. So there you have it. So this is just one use for dynamic AI conversation. This could be what I'm going to do next is I'm going to actually create a row for each member of my family, and then we'll have a family life coach. And so whenever someone calls in, it will check their number and it will work through this row with all of their information, so all their goals and a little bit about them, so that the AI can, help guide them as a life coach. So that's all I really have for today. I hope you enjoyed this. I'm looking forward to hearing how my friend's loved one utilizes this. And if you want me to build something like this for your loved one, or you've got some other ideas on how I could utilize this for something that you need, then just get in touch. Till next time, thanks for watching.